How is it going, everybody? This is Sean Barnes. I want to welcome you back to The Way of the Wolf. I received a question from a listener of the show, and I want to dive into this topic because I think it's a very important one that a lot of people struggle with. I want to talk about navigating through a leadership vacuum. Who here has experienced a vacuum in leadership at the company they work for? I'm envisioning a lot of hands going up. Now, I realize this obviously isn't a classroom type environment, but I have no doubt that we have all experienced a lack of leadership from above at the companies we work for, or the companies we have worked for in the past. Now, I'm going to throw a little bit different of a spin on how I go through the episode today. Some of you have heard of a tool called ChatGPT, which is an artificial intelligence tool. It's a natural language processor and gives people the opportunity to go in and just chat with an AI. Very powerful. And I don't think people truly understand how powerful of a tool this is and what it means for humanity going forward. So I'm going to read the interaction that I had with this tool, and then at the end, I'm going to share my thoughts. The question I asked: I'm struggling with a lack of leadership or direction from my company. What should I do? ChatGPT's response: when there's no leadership at a company, it can be difficult to know what to do. Here are a few potential steps that you could take. Understand your role and responsibilities and focus on fulfilling them to the best of your ability. Communicate with your colleagues and try to work together to keep the company running smoothly. Seek out guidance from mentors or trusted colleagues. Identify any key decisions that need to be made and gather information and input from relevant parties to make the best decision possible. Be proactive and take initiative where you can. If the situation persists, you can consider looking for a new job or a company where there is clear leadership and guidance. And then here at the end, it says, it's important to note that it's not always possible to change the leadership situation. It's important to consider your own well-being and career development when faced with a lack of leadership. Uh-oh. For all of you leadership coaches, life coaches, this could be scary. Somebody can go have a conversation with an online AI tool and it give you step by step what to do to work through that challenging situation. Now, it doesn't have to be scary. As I look through these responses, these are very similar to steps that I would provide someone who is asking me this question, and I'm kind of guiding them through. The key difference here is this is very, very much step by step what to do. It doesn't really inspire or motivate or talk through the opportunity that you've been given when you are presented with a lack of leadership or a vacuum of leadership above. I think that's a key difference. Now, this is a very early iteration, or some could argue the first iteration of publicly accessible AI. So future generations of this tool are going to become increasingly efficient at answering these questions and better understanding how to inspire and motivate people to work through these. If you're listening to this and realize, if I'm a coach, this might be a challenge for you, that's the wrong mindset to have. You need to look at this as a tool. If you find yourself in a situation where you're coaching somebody and they are struggling, lean into tools like this. This is far more efficient than even going to Google and typing in the same question. Google's going to present you with a list of articles that you're going to have to read through, sift through, which is good because you'll be able to kind of pull that information together and make sense of it and then figure out what is most applicable to you and your friend, colleague, client, whoever you're working with. Okay, I want to go ahead and put my own spin on this and share my thoughts on this question that was presented to me. First, good. When there is a vacuum of leadership from above, this presents an incredible opportunity for you to learn, to grow, and to become a stronger leader, to develop those leadership skills. I will say that leading is not for everybody. Some people will try their hand at it and struggle and get frustrated and realize maybe leadership isn't for me. And that's okay. You see, a lot of people that go into STEM fields or engineering and have that highly analytical, technical mindset, and sometimes they don't have any sort of desire to lead. They want to design tools. They want to play with numbers. And that's okay. That's a good thing, especially when you realize that that is your passion, that is your purpose. So it's not a bad thing. But if you are struggling with a lack of leadership and you see that opportunity, don't be scared to step up. Start doing some of the things that we just talked about a little bit earlier here in the show. Start building relationships. Start focusing on building trust with all of those around you. Take the time to listen to everybody. Learn what their challenges are and help them solve their problems and challenges. It's one of the key elements of leadership. It's not that strong leaders know everything. They don't. But strong leaders do know how to pull a team together and get them to work well together and help them learn how to solve problems on their own. Help them learn how to read people, how to understand people and effectively communicate with people. So if you are struggling with that vacuum of leadership from above, you've been given an incredible opportunity. Now it is just up to you to see what you are going to do with that opportunity. Yes, you could very easily leave and go somewhere else where you receive the strong leadership that you're craving. You can do that. And you have to do what makes the most sense for you, for your family, for your career. But don't jump ship too soon. Don't jump ship unless you have spent the time to try to step up and lead on your own, to fill that vacuum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is all I've got for this topic today. I really like this approach to answering a question from listeners and viewers, and then even soliciting some feedback from an online AI tool, and then sharing my thoughts. If you found this show to be beneficial, please like, subscribe, share it with one person. If you share it with one person, I will truly appreciate that. Focusing a lot on trying to grow the show. There are no ads. I will never monetize this show. I'm not making any money off of this show. So for all of you listening, I think the best way that you can pay me back or show appreciation is just by sharing the show. Let's get the message out there. Let's try to help as many people as possible learn how to grow and how to be successful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got for you. Thank you so much, and y'all have a good one.